Welcome back to Stooge Stream. I'm your host, the Stooge. This is the Impact recap for the 9th of March 2017. I am, of course, always joined by my co-host, very Johnny Polo dressed today, Gbanks.
What's happening, y'all? How we doing?
We have a massive episode of Impact to cover. This is the first episode completely under Anthem.
Yep.
And so much happened.
So much. It's ridiculous. Let's just get straight into it.
Yeah.
Because it's a big show, man.
It's huge. All right, so we started off with a promo package showing the history of Impact Wrestling, featuring some great X Division promos.
You straight away something was happening. Like, there was change. When you saw that, it was like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, this is very different. And they kind of brought it all the way up to present. Like, this is where we are.
Yeah.
And let's see where we go from now. It was a great little package.
Yeah, they were like, this is who we've had here. This is the names, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so forth. And they mentioned stuff about the X Division.
Yeah, the Knockouts Division.
Yeah, everything.
It was really good. Okay, so the actual show itself just started in the Impact Arena with Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, I was so confused.
Yeah, but it was awesome. They're already fighting in the crowd, throwing each other over the guardrails, and it was vicious.
Did something happen beforehand and, like, you know, they just cut that out and were like, hey, let's just start from here? Or
no, I think, like, that's, just to show, like, these guys are just going at it. Like, they're just brawling in the arena. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, okay.
And that's kind of the feeling I got. Like,
well, that's what I got.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening, but it was awesome. They were punching
on. I
I
didn't care that they were punching on. It was just the fact, like, why? What was it happening?
So it's the fallout, obviously, from the story angle and stuff, but I liked it. It just cut straight into that. Security comes out for the pull apart. They break apart. They punch on again. Security pulls them apart.
They gotta get better security guards. Unbelievable.
I know. When Simon...
Do your job right. Like,
seriously, when Simon Diamond's the only dude that can pull someone apart
and
properly.
Referees.
And refs. Come on.
The guys that get knocked out from, a breath of air.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We need some much, much better security in the Impact Zone.
Jeez, I could do a better job, and I'm a pussy. Literally, I am. You know that, Stu.
Fair call. So we have the first huge change for Impact. JB.
One of the huge changes.
Jeremy Borash, who's been there since day one, rejoins the commentary team. Pope absolutely loves it and loses his mind. Josh hates it and goes heel as shit.
Yeah, super heel, which I actually enjoy.
Which is really good. I'm enjoying this, but I enjoyed even more JB's complete burial of Josh. That was just... the dude was... And the Pope was just sitting there smiling, handing him shovels. Like, here you go, bury him some more.
Yeah. Keep going, daddy.
It was great, but it was a great way of bringing JB onto the commentary team.
For a little bit, it felt like it was a shoot promo from both of them, but I was like, oh, wow, they're actually doing this really well. Yeah,
great job. And it's getting over the heel Josh Mathews character.
A lot.
At this point, Cody comes out, cuts off Josh. He starts calling out Moose. He gets cut off and taken away by security. JB lets us know that Moose is actually in Japan.
Yeah.
So I believe he's competing possibly for New Japan.
No, it wasn't New Japan. It was something else. I can't remember exactly.
Okay, but yeah, he's in Japan, so he's not going to be there to answer Cody's call.
He's in a match with Great Muta, apparently.
Yeah. Okay, it could be all Japan then or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So, D.C.C come out. Now, they're going to be in a match with a new tag team we've never seen before. They've got new masks and a kind of slightly new look, and it actually looks good.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I was kind of impressed. I'm like, somebody put some effort into those masks.
I can back D.C.C, like, if they're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Instead of just putting, like, bedazzled spikes on their masks.
Yeah, like, actually have decent... They look more like hockey masks.
Yeah, like as I was saying, they looked like half Reaper, half Punisher masks.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that. So... as always, it's Bram and Kingston with James Storm on the sidelines versus a new team, Reno Scum. Now, we know absolutely nothing about these guys personally. They are the Future Stars of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, which is a Las Vegas promotion.
Yep. Thank you, JB, for informing us.
Yeah, thanks, JB. Like, I needed that because I had no idea what those belts were. I'm like, did they steal the Hardy's tag team? No,
I
don't look like
I
belts,
thought that for a second too. I was like, wait, did they? Okay, no. All right, cool.
All right, so this was actually the first full match on the show. It wasn't a long match. It was short.
No, it was about maybe,
5 to 7 minutes? Yeah, somewhere around there. But the action was fast. The hits were hard.
Yeah.
Reno
It was more showcasing Reno Scum, if anything, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And Reno Scum came off looking really, really good. They got the win on D.C.C, which was quite surprising.
Yep.
And the win was with one of the members doing a leg submission while the other member jumped off the top rope for a double foot stomp and then rolled into a pin.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this in Reno Scum. I like them, man. They remind me of people from my area. We're all scumbags in my area, so I can relate.
Yeah, he is called Gbanks. So, enjoying it. I hope we see more of them. Like, that was a really good first showcase. Sienna, backstage, lets us know Maria's gone. Apparently, she's had a mental breakdown, and when Mackenzie cuts her off to go, wasn't it contract negotiation? She said, don't believe everything you read!
Fake news.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. I like that.
I like Sienna talking.
It's great, isn't it? She's good. She's awesome.
She's actually cut a decent promo. Yeah. Like, she was very, compacted when, the Dixie Carter era. Like, she was like, I'm the bad bitch. Yeah. I can say, a few words here and there. No, this one where she was like a funny bitch, but still being, the great. Menacing, big... tough girl, whatever,
I really enjoyed it. Her talking's great. I thought, the explanation of how they got rid of Maria, she's having a mental breakdown. No, it's contract negotiation. Shut up! She's having a mental breakdown. Yeah. You don't know.
Fake news.
Fake news. She calls out Ali and says, it's not over, I'm coming after you. Yeah. So we'll see more of that possibly later on. Yeah. Following that, we have a 4-way X Division match. Braxton Sutter, who comes out with Ali.
Yep.
Ali looking hot as ever.
Yeah, she was looking... spectacular tonight.
Mighty fine. DJZ, Marshea Rockett, and Caleb Connely.
Yep.
So, as always with X Division matches, you're expecting fast, high-flying, big hits, and this did not let that down at all.
Never did. And we had different styles in this match. So we had obviously DJZ, which is, in lucha influence, whatever. Yep. We had Marshea Rockett, who's this massive powerhouse dude, But
can still move.
Yeah, can still move. We have that Caleb Connely, who's an all-rounder. Yeah. And he showcased these little movesets that he had when he was wrestling. And then we have Braxton Sutter, who's literally...
Ali's husband.
Yeah, Ali's husband. Yeah. What I was going to say... Braxton Sutter has literally the build of a world heavyweight champion wrestler.
Yeah.
But he wrestles like an X Division
wrestler. He moves so quickly. Yeah. He's great at grabs and chain wrestling.
Yeah, he really is. I've seen him wrestle now, it's been 2-3 months now?
Yeah.
And he can switch from, X Division to literally, chain wrestling, traditional wrestling,
to heavyweight style.
And that's, that's where it's going to get you far in wrestling. You know what I mean?
100%. The flexibility that guy has to wrestle anyone is great. But that doesn't take away from anyone else in the match. Marshea Rockett had a huge outing showing how powerful he was with some massive kicks, a jump off the top rope.
Yeah, as I said, he was the powerhouse. He was the one that they were all trying to get down because, he's the big guy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Definitely. DJZ, of course, had a couple of huge high-flying moves. One jump plancher flip thing off the top rope was amazing as always. But I was most impressed, to be perfectly honest, with Caleb Connely, somebody I don't know all that much about. And he was quick, fast, did some great moves, and really showcased his skill in a very short period of time.
Yeah, as I said, we had that little spark for, it was a minute, and I was like, whoa, shit, okay, what the fuck? It was just one, it was spots, but at the end of the day, they were good spots.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with him and can't wait to see more.
More of Caleb Connely, please.
Now, in a surprise finish, Braxton Sutter gets the win on Marshea Rockett after Ali does a jump off the top rope, splash, crossbody down onto the arena floor.
See, I'm going to go out here and say, I'm going to be the heel commentator and say they cheated, man.
Yeah, look, but I'd like to see them heel turn now.
But they're not going to heel turn. People are just going to back them because, they're the babyface couple. Yay, let's all love them.
That's why I want to see them heel turn. That's why it'd be interesting. After building up all of this, we love them so much, and then they just turn on us and go, we were working you the whole time.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That'd be all right. But they still cheated.
Yeah, okay. But they still won.
Yeah.
A win's a win. It's a W in the column that counts, dude.
Fair enough.
We see Laurel.
I'm going to be the heel the heel cast for this whole
you podcast. Can go Josh Mathews on me if you have to.
I'm gonna have to go
and I'll shut you down like JB.
Oh god.
Laurel comes out. She's still messed up from the
I can't
wedding.
believe what they did to Laurel.
Dude, she is an absolute mess in her wedding dress with her makeup
They're
running.
literally the bad people. And no one's seeing that.
This is why I want them to turn heel.
Yeah, I do. I want to see him go
It'd
heel.
be great. So we know that, as we discussed last week, the Hardys have now officially left TNA, but there were a couple of little packages they had left to explain how they disappeared. So let's cover them all in one go. So we see Matt and Jeff at the beginning. They're at their personal zoo, and Matt says Jeff's going to verse Smoking Joe Fraser, whose soul is now inhabiting a kangaroo. We're from Australia. That's dumb as fuck. Straight off the bat. Don't go punching on with a kangaroo. Even this tame kangaroo was going to fuck shit up. You see them square off against the kangaroo. Jeff, it grabs Jeff in a headlock and it's trying to kick his guts out. That's what kangaroos actually do. They try and kick you in the stomach
and
to
they
open your
try
stomach.
to claw, they go, kangaroos actually have claws. Yeah, not much people know about that because they think, they're punching. Cute. Yeah, no, they're a punching animal. They weren't, no. They're clawing your eyes out. Yeah. At one stage you could see the kangaroo trying to
wrap its hand around his head.
It looked like it was just headlocking him, but no, he was trying to...
one hand getting to his eye.
Yeah, and Jeff, obviously knew it was coming close, so he kept backing off. But I was just like...
And then when he backed off, he tried to kick him in the guts.
Dude, we've seen so many fucking ridiculous things throughout this whole Matt Hardy.
That was just the dumbest.
I don't care what anyone said. That topped it off. No. I'm saying we've seen them shoot Roman candles at each other. They've jumped off.
No. The thing that topped it off is the kangaroo fucking won.
Yeah. So wait, does he have the tag team titles now? That's what I want to know. Because he just literally took on both the broken Hardys and made fucking look like shit. So
I love the shots of the kangaroo full squaring off. He's about to go the cameraman. He doesn't care.
I was just
these are wild, vicious animals, people. This isn't the furry, cuddly little plushy toys you see and stuff. You're like, oh, they're so cute. They're a pest and they're wild fucking animals.
We kill them. We have to. Not because we enjoy it, because we actually have to. Yeah.
They destroy shit and kill your farm animals and stuff.
And kill your pets and stuff. They're actually brutal.
Bad. I was watching this just in horror going, I hope they're wearing, I'm glad they were wearing all their stuff because underneath they had to have body armor because if not, the kangaroo literally would have opened your guts up.
Well, as you said, probably around the world people were like, oh, this is so funny, this is cute.
It's not funny.
All the Australian audience were literally worried for the Hardy brothers.
Yeah, they could die.
Yeah, we could probably watch the Hardy brothers end their careers tonight.
All right, so after the kangaroo beats the shit out of them...
and takes the tag team title.
Both of them.
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
They teleport with Vanguard 1. They're like, we're going to our next match. Take us. And as they teleport, the teleport changes to Decay coming out of their teleportation tube with the tag team titles. They intercepted it and stole the titles back. Mm-hmm. So Decay are now again the tag team title holders without having to win a match.
Yep. Decay just running mucks lately, man.
Yeah, I love Decay. Such a fan. Such a fan. All right, back to the actual scheduled programming show. We just cut around to get all of that out of the way.
I could probably keep going, but I'm not.
Yeah, that kangaroo dude.
How much did, all the stuff, Peter would have been involved, which is, our RSPCA.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Peter would have gone, you want to punch on with a kangaroo? You're a fucking idiot. I want to see this. Go for it. You dumb bastard. Are you filming it?
I guys watch Pop TV.
Yeah, they put a request in to punch over the kangaroo's going to kick their ass.
Oh, God.
So, next up, in an actual match, we had Sienna come to the ring. Mm-hmm. She's been challenged by someone we've never seen before in Impact in her debut match. It's Rachel Ellering.
Yeet.
Now, if that name sounds familiar, the name Paul Ellering may sound familiar because he's currently in NXT managing a tag team over there. Or maybe you know the Legion of Doom or the Road Warriors. Maybe you've heard that name somewhere in the sphere. Josh Mathews apparently hadn't.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was pretty cute. Now, just a little bit of background on Rachel Ellering. Apparently, she was a 4-sport athlete in college, a powerlifting world champion of some description, or a champion of some description.
Keep going.
Trained by Lance Storm. Mm-hmm. And she's only been wrestling for, what I believe JB said, a year or two.
Yeah. Now, that's all impressive, right? Now, you heard what the Stooge just said. Now, what was one thing that she was doing when she was in high school? She was in an all-males football team being a lone solo female player in an all-boys football team in high school, wasn't it? High school. In high school. Now you think, okay, whatever, cool. That's nothing big.
No, that's big.
No, in America, especially high school football,
they don't allow that.
Yeah, even then, I don't believe they would have allowed.
No, dude,
like,
this would have been the 90s. Yeah, no, and they wouldn't have allowed that.
At all, like holy shit.
She's that good.
Yeah.
Now Sienna, of course, is a great talent as well, as we've seen many times. And watching these two face off and not knowing anything really about Rachel Ellering other than what we've just regurgitated from JB.
Yeah. If you think like we know everything about these people, no, we're actually going off by what JB has told us.
Yeah, we're just regurgitating the commentary.
Yeah, thanks JB again.
Yeah, thank you. You help our show. You save us research. Now that Josh like JB's there, we actually get that.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do the research anymore. So yeah, the match was real. It wasn't the longest match in the world, but it was good. Both of them got to showcase their skills again. This is the style of wrestling seems to have even changed slightly. We're not burying anyone anymore. Because in this match, Rachel Ellering got some great offense and showed her potential. Like
she carried not carried, but held her own. Like usually
Sienna.
Yeah, usually when there's new talent, they get carried by the person that's their wrestling.
Yeah.
Just to show them the ropes and whatever.
Definitely, yeah.
No, she held her own.
No, she did. And you could see the difference. It's a confidence that she has in the ring already, which is just amazing. Keep your eye on Rachel Ellering because she is going to be something huge in the future.
Definitely. Even if it doesn't happen in TNA, she will be big in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. So I really enjoyed this, of course.
And I don't feel like she's going to go, like to WWE. If she's gone to TNA, she might do the whole... I'm going to be an indie wrestler.
She could be, but she's still new to the business as well. She's only been around for a few years, so this is her earning her stripes, and that's fair. Sienna, of course, gets a win with the Silencer being the veteran in the match. Silencer is that massive shoulder tackle that she does. It's just, I wouldn't want to be on the end of that, and I'm a big dude. Like, no chance. No chance. That would rock the shit out of me.
That'd send me flying.
Yeah. Well, you're a little dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would send me flying. Yeah, I'd be over in China, starting my own promotion there. They're like, how'd you get here? We have laws that no one can get in and out. Oh, Sienna did a silencer on me.
Sienna. That's how we got half our population.
Yeah. All the Gaijins you see around here from Sienna. Yeah. Them in the Sienna pile.
They've actually got a town. They're called it Sienna Town.
Yeah, and they're all hurt.
Everyone's got broken shoulders.
They all got sore shoulders every time.
It's great. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to seeing more from Rachel Ellering, and of course, whenever Sienna's in the ring, it's entertaining. Yeah. Her screaming after the match was great as well. Yeah. Another surprise return to TNA is somebody who was a backstage presence in TNA in the past, has worked in WWE, has worked in the old regional promotional system. I can't remember if he was AWA or NWA or one of the... This man has been around the business for a long, long time. He wrestles with himself because he is Bruce Pritchard.
Hey, I barely know him.
Okay, so Bruce Pritchard has played characters like Brother Love on TV. Now, this is me just pulling from memory. But he's been a backstage presence in these companies for a long time. He's a producer. He's a road agent. He's one of those guys.
So he's not the face?
No, but he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a backstage guy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So his first announcement is that the letters TNA are now officially dead. The company is called Impact Wrestling. They have nothing to do with TNA. That's gone. Then he calls out Lashley, and it looks like he's sucking up Lashley's ass for a minute there, going, "You're so good and you're amazing, rah rah. No one can take this title from you, can they?" And he's like, "No, of course not."
Cue Mexican music. Beep.
And we have our new TNA star, Alberto El Patron, enter the Impact Zone.
El Patron.
He challenges Lashley for the title. He's rudely interrupted by none other than our fan favorite EC3.
Trouble.
He wants his shot at Lashley tonight. Bruce Pritchard decides that he's going to give the shot to El Patron. And it's going to be El Patron versus Lashley in the main event.
It felt like they ignored EC3.
Yeah, and no, he was pissed. He's doing the background, but I think it's leading to something.
100%.
Yeah. We have Eddie Edwards in a backstage promo, talking to Mackenzie again. Angelina interrupts him. tells him he's the bad guy, you weren't there for Davey, and slaps him in the face again.
Very hard.
Eddie gets off a great call. He goes, tell your husband that his wife hits harder than he does.
Yeah. There you go. You say that you're married a man. It's funny because his wife hits harder than him.
Yeah, that's great.
That's one of the best freaking Eddie Edwards lines I've ever heard in my whole life.
I really like that.
Yeah.
We come back to the Impact Zone. We have Cody Rhodes back out there looking for Moose again. Everyone's telling him Moose is in Japan. Cody doesn't care. He sits like a petulant child in the ring.
Cody being a piece of shit is actually my favorite right now.
Bullet Club Cody's amazing.
Yeah, Bullet Club Cody is actually amazing. Just covered out, asking where Moose is, being a menace, like literally being a menace.
It's great.
It's awesome.
And if you listen to our other show, the New Japan recap with myself and the Knockout Fiona, we're covering a bit of Cody Rhodes because he's now part of the Elite in Bullet Club with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, which is just awesome. Now we have somebody else come out that we've been discussing for a couple of weeks now, somebody we were really excited to have back in TNA, and that is none other than Dutch Mantell. Dutch, you may know recently, who was on WWE TV appearing as the character Zeb Coulter. He's the one that coined the line for Jack Swagger, "We the People."
We the People. Yeah, I remember that. It was actually him and Cesaro. At one stage. And then Cesaro went to Paul Heyman. And I can't remember what happened after that.
So Dutch tells us he's there to help make TNA great again. And the way he's doing that is by giving it back to the fans. They're going to start listening to the fans. What we want is what we're going to see. The people we want is what's going to happen.
Hit us up, Dutch Mantell. No, I'm joking.
So Dutch is our voice in TNA now. It was a really, really cool promo. There's a package that ran in between it.
Yeah, very inspirational.
He ran the shit out of Vince Russo and
he was honest.
Dixie without saying their names, but you know who he's talking about. Talking about why he left the company originally, why all these other people did, like AJ, Samoa Joe, Kevin Nash.
At first, I thought they were probably trying to suck up to them, but then he was like, "No, these are great wrestlers that were here, and the reason they left, was because."
Because a couple of people, and you know who those people, Vince Russo and Dixie Carter. So it's great that they're acknowledging the fact that TNA has actually been broken for a long time. And what we haven't actually spoken about is the fact that the Impact Zone was packed tonight with TNA fans. Yeah. With, formerly TNA fans, now Impact Wrestling fans. It was really, really great. And the reaction he got when he said, "I'm giving it back to you," and everyone popped for that because they're like, "That's all we wanted." We want our own company.
That's what TNA was. It's always kind of been WWE was all right, that's the big company, everyone watches that, but it's WWE.
Yeah,
it's always gonna have its own set of rules and whatever, blah blah. They might say we're for the fans and stuff, but they'll still do whatever that they're written down for the year. They can literally have a 2-year schedule and whatever's in that 2-year schedule.
And it's tough shit if you don't like it.
Yeah. But it's TNA back in the day was hey, you guys want to see 6 of us wrestle in a cage with no weapons and the first one out wins for the title? Yeah, fuck yeah! Hey, do you want to see one of the all-time greatest wrestlers, Kurt Angle, come back and do a moonsault? He's doing a moonsault?
Kurt's gonna die. But not only things like that. It's when I first started watching TNA in 2005, it felt like you discovered your company.
Yeah.
It made you love wrestling again because we were very much going into the PG sports entertainment era. The only thing we really had left in WWE was CM Punk. He felt like an Edge. Felt like our voices in that they were our guys.
Yeah.
And then they were gone. But Impact, it always felt like our guys.
Yeah.
They felt like they love what they do because they don't get fucking paid for it. Especially back in the day. And the matches they put on, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and Samoa Joe in triple threat matches for the X Division title, which I saw live in 2005,
which were mid-card matches.
Yeah.
These are week in, week out matches they used to have.
Yeah. Every week did Low-Key coming in to have a match in the X Division. The X Division was the heart of that company. When they launched the Knockouts division, and they were divas at the time in WWE. Don't get me, they were still pillow fighting, strip match bullshit. And in TNA you had Gail Kim and Awesome Kong having 5-star matches.
Yeah.
Like, it just it was our company, and then that got taken away from us. And that's basically what Dutch said. It's like, we know that's what happened. It went corporate. You lost your company, and now we're giving it back to you. Like, it's coming back to what it was.
Yeah.
And I, for one, couldn't be fucking happier about it. And weirdly, the one person, because I'm going to skip forward because we're almost at the end now, that we didn't see was Jeff Jarrett. Slapnut's nose to stay off camera.
Yeah, finally.
Good job.
You don't have a nice face, buddy. You're one of those people, what would you say? Only a mother could love. Yeah.
Face for radio.
Yeah, face for radio. So come do our podcast if you want.
I'm a big fan of Jeff Jarrett because I was a fan of the WCW and
I just think he's a redneck.
Oh, he so is. It's amazing.
Like, he's alright. He's cool, and like I love what he's doing for TNA. But
I just listened to him on Colt Cabana. It's an old podcast, but I just listened to it. He's great. I love Jeff Jarrett. Yeah. All right, so we get to our main event. It's Alberto El Patron versus Lashley for the world title. JB does the ring announcing for this. Mm-hmm. Something else I forgot to mention is the ring announcer now is Rockstar Spud for all the other matches, which I kind of like. It sounds different. It's because JB's on commentary, you can't do it.
But now what's that going to mean for Rockstar Spud? Is he just going
put him back in the X Division, please? He's an amazing talent.
Yeah, no, they kind of wasted talent there. Like that's. We'll see. Maybe they just didn't have anyone to do it. Hey, Rock, can you do it?
Yeah.
For tonight, I guess. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
So the story of this match, Patron versus Lashley, was a story of equals. Two people that are both MMA fighters, two people that have both had long professional wrestling careers that were at the exact same level. So we didn't get to see the usual Bobby Lashley stick of just dominating someone.
No.
This was a real back and forth match.
It was. Very was.
Really enjoyed the wrestling, the counters. They hit each other hard as well because I think they're like, we're big boys, we can take it.
Yeah, they. I think JB even mentioned that El Patron's got some experience in MMA fighting.
No, he is an ex-MMA fighter. He's actually the president of an MMA company in Mexico as well.
Well, there we go then. Well, there we go. So obviously he trains in those arts.
Yeah, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. So they can take it. Yeah, 100%.
And you could see that in particularly one big move where Lashley threw Alberto El Patron into the steel stairs. And normally they move a little bit. These things fucking flew across the arena.
Yeah, the freaking fans.
Yeah.
And even one spot too where El Patron had Bobby Lashley in one of the on the corner, and then he got up and started punching him in the head.
Yeah.
And then Lashley literally pushed him off and clotheslined him, and looked like he didn't pull at all. I was like, that was the first time I've seen Bobby. Yeah. I was like, that's the first time I've seen Bobby Lashley actually go full force with the clothesline.
It was pretty. Yeah, they were hitting hard. It was good. Now, part of the way through this match, EC3 comes out to the ramp and starts watching.
Yep.
In between moves, both the guys are kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? Yeah. At one point, El Patron's on his knees with his arms out like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, bring it on.
I like that as well. The fact that, now EC3 getting left out of that match has led to something. He's clearly going to either turn heel on or take on whoever's got the title. So thank you for giving EC3 something, because he, as he said in his promo earlier in the show, kind of carried the company for a few years while it wasn't going well.
Yeah, he pretty much did. He's got what got me to watch TNA.
Yeah.
Like when I first started watching, I was
like, you even got his haircut.
Yeah, well, there we go.
You did.
Yeah, I know I did. I'm just saying, like, that's literally what got me going.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, TNA's great, but who's this guy?
Yeah. He's great, Mike Talker. And he did, like, help carry a whole lot of stuff. And Eli Drake's come up because of him and a whole lot of people. And I don't think Drew Galloway would be who he was if it wasn't the run that he had with EC3 in TNA as a character.
Yeah. 100%.
Or in Impact. So the end of the match is a little bit controversial, of course, because they want to leave it open for a rematch.
Yeah.
So first off, baby Brian Hebner takes a massive lariat from Bobby Lashley that takes his goddamn head off.
Yeah, he's out for at least 2 years.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. His reffing career is over. His grandkids are going to be born bruised. Like, it's not good. So we had a new ref, Brian Stifler, come out to take his place. And within moments, Lashley pulls him in the way of an Alberto El Patron super kick.
And sends his jaw flying.
And he's done.
Yeah, he's out too. So maybe they're getting new refs.
Yeah. I think like this is how they destroyed their refs. Yeah. So Lashley, being the cheeky heel that he is, runs out, grabs the title. He's going to do the hit to the head to take you out with the title for the win. Goes to do it, misses. El Patron takes the title, hits him in the head, throws it out of the ring, rolls him up just as Brian Stifler is getting back in the ring. Just as Brian Stifler's getting up, he was still in the ring. 1, 2, 3, takes the win. We now have a new Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion.
And it's El Patron. So, unbelievable. I can't believe it.
It's great. But the episode...
I could. I wouldn't say I saw it from a mile away, but
no,
it was a possibility.
Look, if you saw reports and stuff, you would have seen that they leaked it, a while ago by accident.
Yeah, okay.
I tried to stay away from it, but even in saying that, it's the way the story was built didn't look like he was going to win on his first night. They did a good job of kind of making it, even though they told the story of them being equals, it's still Lashley. Like, you can't take it from him on his first night. So it was a cool win for El Patron. It also shows the new direction the company's going in. Like, we're trying some new stuff.
Some new shit, yeah.
What I also liked is the show didn't end exactly there. They showed the fallout with Earl Hebner coming out to yell at the refs. Like, what are you doing getting in the way? And then the officials coming out to, like, talk to the refs, like, what the hell's going on? Patron's still celebrating. He doesn't care. Yeah, he's off with his title.
Yeah, he's off with the title. We're going to go Page.
Walks past EC3. They kind of have words that you can't hear, but they say something to each other. So that's leading to something. Yeah, they probably call him a pedo.
Yeah.
Overall, though, this episode, even though light on wrestling...
Yeah, well, I was about to say, the only match that we had tonight was literally the main event. Like, considering, like, actual wrestling-wise, like, you know what I mean? Because the other ones were very short. It was just more showcasing.
They were showcasing some new people.
And whatever.
So in the Reno guys and in Rachel Ellering.
Yeah. And even to that, even like the main event, there was a new wrestler, but we've seen so much of El Patron. Yeah.
Come on. And if you're so dumb you don't know he used to be Alberto Del Rio, then you're an idiot. But don't worry, that's the commentary. Yeah, at one stage.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really, really like the new direction they're going in. They've set up a whole lot of stuff.
I'm enjoying it.
Can't wait to see Davey and Eddie go head to head. I'm looking forward to EC3
and
El Patron.
I'm looking very forward to EC3 and El Patron.
That's going to be awesome.
Because one can talk really well, and one can talk really well in Mexican.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
I believe that's called Spanish.
No, it's Mexican.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The new figureheads obviously telling us that everything's changing from here on out.
Yeah.
It was just a really... Like, normally we take a break after the first hour.
Yeah.
And kind of go away and have a drink and talk for like 20 minutes and then come back and watch the second hour. We just sat there glued for the whole episode.
Literally, yeah. I did not get up.
Didn't even think about it.
Didn't even move my eyes from the TV. Like, usually, like, I'll go on my phone or something. If, like, check messages. Nope, not this time. It
was a great, great show. And if this is the momentum that we've got going into the all-new Impact Wrestling, I think we're onto something good here.
Wait, sorry, give me a second. I've got a phone call. Sorry, just... Hello? Yeah, okay. No worries. I'll let them know. Not only big changes happening in Impact, big changes are happening at Stooge Stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm not telling you. I gotta keep...
Dude, I own this place. Where are you getting this information from? I don't know anything about this.
You'll have to find out next week.
Okay, so apparently there's changes happening on the Impact recap.
Yeah.
Well, until then, I've been your host, Stooge. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode of Impact and the new direction that the company's going in, make sure you comment below. Let us know. Get involved. Join the community either on Reddit or on YouTube. Wherever you find us on Twitter, it's always Stooge Stream.
Change is happening, my friends. Change is happening.
That's my co-host, as always, Gbanks. And until next time, don't forget, adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the new changed revolution.